Welcome to Dicejunkies. This is Random Encounters, and I'm here with
Q.
And I'm Xenodamus, and this is where we discuss random topics taken from a list of 20. Join us each week as we tackle each randomly rolled topic for you. Be sure to hit subscribe so that you don't miss an episode, and check out our other videos. Thanks for watching. As always, we hope you enjoy. Let's roll into the random encounters. All right, let's pull up
my
the
dice
list. Well, I'm pulling up the list first. You always go straight to the dice cam. You forget all about the list.
Don't worry about the list, man. They don't need to know what's on the list.
People
We
want
tell
to
them what's on
know.
the list.
People want to know. I'm headless. All right, so there's our list. There's our dice cam. Let me move my coffee cup out of the way.
Start us off, man. I'm tired of you making me start
What?
everything.
Who, me?
Roll the die.
All right.
Get to work.
19.
Oh,
I forgot about this one.
That's what makes it a great one.
Geeky pickup lines.
Hit us with your best, Mr. Xenodamus.
Oh man, I don't really do pickup lines. I guess if I was gonna have to throw a geeky pickup line, let's see. All mine are so dirty. They tend to have something to do with my hard drive or floppy disk or something.
Oh god!
I'm waiting.
You know, they're.
You know, now that you said that, you've got to use one. Now everybody's going like, wait, what?
Hey, baby, talk nerdy to me. There you go. I'm just gonna.
You're going to go weak like that?
I
man?
am,
I know you
I
got
am.
better.
I used to have a "Talk Nerdy to Me" T-shirt. I love that shirt. I think Damien stole it at some point, and once Damien puts something on, it's his.
I want to know. I'm curious about the floppy drive hard disk one now. Like that one sounds like a really good pickup line. I think you need to share.
I'm not
You
doing
can make
that.
it for me because I don't have one.
No, you gotta come up with it. I didn't have one either.
I mean,
Hey, I didn't roll a 19. What are you looking at?
What? No, I thought this is a group effort, right? Like,
I don't think any of mine are
Hey, if you
geeky.
give me something better than Talk Nerdy, I'll match you. But Talk Nerdy wasn't good enough
yeah,
for one of
yeah.
mine.
oh man. I mean, you. I'm not Thor, but I can give you the hammer.
All right, that was pretty nerdy. Clarence, what you got?
Oh.
Wow.
I think we should just go to the next topic. What about you? What you got, man? I don't have one. I definitely don't have one.
Mine's pretty lame. Mine's just like, I must have failed my will save because I'm charmed by you.
Oh, there you go.
Oh god.
That's tabletop. I went all the way nerdy, man. He don't even know what a will save is over here. He's like, what's a will save? Come on, hit us with one of them Doctor Who ones. You got to have
Yeah.
I know you've heard a Doctor Who pickup line.
I have
You
not.
know.
I don't Google these things.
There's got to be some TARDIS. I mean, still Barrowman's.
Did he have one?
The person had the TARDIS dress, and he
Well,
said,
that's
wait, is that one too dirty too? Oh,
well, no, I'm
okay.
not saying that. I'm just saying that's not really a pickup line, is it? I guess if somebody's wearing a TARDIS dress, you could say that. But you probably will also get removed from the con.
I got
You
nothing.
got
man.
nothing,
I've
man.
got nothing.
He's got nothing. All right. You know what? All right. We'll let you off there. One flex. That's your pickup line.
Yeah.
One flex.
Yeah,
One,
show
just
the
one.
guns.
Show one gun.
Show the
No,
guns.
do a gun. Do a gun.
Oh.
Well, you know what's sad is that's making his arm flex. That's how muscular he is.
I
He
don't-
did this and his arm went.
No
Like a
flexes,
balloon.
man. No
Yeah,
flexes.
Yeah. Your pickup line worked better than ours already. He picked up a pinky and his arm just went.
Oh boy.
Blood X says, "Are those Mira jeans? I can see myself in them." That's not really a geek.
Yeah, I mean, I got plenty of non-geek.
Yeah,
ones.
Don't let Blood Axe get started because he's got a lot of them. You know, Mrs. Blood Axe can account for all the lines.
He's obviously
he has.
Googling these real quick.
All right, I'm going to have Clarence. Clarence, read the next one that Blood X, since you didn't have one for your own.
Yeah, read off
That's
blood
long
axes.
for a pickup line.
Read it off.
Come on.
You can't be that shit. Read it.
Are you a singularity? Not only are you attractive, but the closer I get to you, the faster time seems to slip by.
See, look at that. You hear that?
All right.
I'm sorry, Blood Axe. I'm sorry.
You did read it terribly, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's like a sentence.
But all you gotta do is this, though.
Who
so
has
it don't
like 3
matter.
sentences for the pickup
That line was lame.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
It's like a
I don't miss
paragraph.
arm.
Yeah,
day.
we can see who here has never had to use pickup lines.
Yeah, that's what that is. He doesn't know what's a pickup line. I just pick women
I
up
just picked
physically.
them up. Yeah.
I just walk by, pick up the whole chair, and be like, "What do you think of that?"
All right, give us the next roll, man.
Is it me already?
Yeah. Nat 20.
Give me the list.
Don't
I get the
anything
pick.
bad.
All right, let's pull
So,
up the
what's
list.
number one again?
All right, so number 20 is pick one. So we're gonna allow Mr. Q here to pick whatever topic he wants to talk about.
Because it can be done more than once, I'm gonna go with number 12.
12.
Whatever happened to insert video game character?
All right, so what video game character?
In honor of a friend of mine that's going to
Does
be
this require
leaving.
Google search or?
No.
Are you actually no? Okay.
No, it's a character that was mainly. I'm gonna do one that's been rebooted. In honor of a friend of mine, Matt. He's our evening DM who's also a big fan of his character. Whatever happened to the Belmonts? Especially we got Victor and Simon, but these are the main characters of the Castlevania series, which originally they started off as a family of vampire slaying, whip wielding monster hunters. And I mean, we grew up on this, y'all. Y'all from Nintendo, y'all remember these guys. And when they got to their attempt at a reboot, they just went south with these characters, in my opinion. I mean, all of a sudden, your main character, your main Belmont is spoilers, but basically they go from hunting Dracula to being Dracula. Like your Belmont ends up being Dracula. Your next Belmont, I think it was Trevor, ends up being Alucard. And they just went south with the series, man. They took the characters, threw them all the way out of their original role, made them into the bad guys. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, y'all remember the Belmonts? We got some Castlevania veterans.
Yeah, no. I mean, I remember them. But,
And I mean, I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? I mean, they tried to, I guess, update the story with this idea of it's the Belmont who basically decides to be Dracula. Because he's all pissed off because his wife is dead.
But I mean, I heard a lot of complaints about the new games and the way they portrayed the Belmonts. So, yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Why they went that direction? It really just seemed like they were trying to revitalize. So they said we're going to play a little loose with the rules. I mean, which is not necessarily a bad thing if you manage to pull it off. But if you don't manage to pull it off, then everybody's going to hate you.
And it basically removed the Belmonts from the series because, when you look at the latest game, you're playing Dracula in a really messed up version of the modern world. There's no Belmont. They basically took Castlevania and took out the entire whip and the Belmonts all together were just eliminated from the series. And when the series to me was always about the rivalry of the Belmont, I mean, that's what it was about to me. It was Belmonts versus Dracula. Mm-hmm. Now it's just Dracula versus insert random faceless evil.
Yeah.
And that just killed the series to me.
I mean, it's like, are you going to rehash storylines and continue to do the same thing, or are you going to branch out and do something different? Like Mark said, it's not going to work all the time. So,
and I forgot our boy Blood Axe is also a big Belmonter here, and he said the same thing. He said Lord of Shadows, the first game was all right, but the Belmont story sucked. And Lord of Shadows 2 was terrible. I agree with them. But, I mean, they basically eliminated the Belmonts completely from the series. You don't even have vampire hunters in any real way in the series anymore, which is what I thought it was about.
Yeah.
So, whatever happened to Belmont, bring back the Belmonts as vampire hunters. How much did that story suck? The anime didn't even do it. The anime went like, we're going with the good one.
The anime was actually awesome.
Yeah, the anime went with the good story. It was like, we're not going to, no, Lord of Shadows is not, we're not touching it.
All right, let me pull this webcam back up.
I'm gonna sneak off screen, y'all. I ain't doing nothing over here.
Yeah. Clarence, give us a roll of that D20 there. See, we're already getting them into gaming. All right, so we got a 9.
Please be something good.
And
they're all bad.
you have tabletop and movies. I tell you what, we'll give you a mulligan because you're not a tabletop guy.
Yeah.
So go ahead and re-roll. 11 upcoming movies. So let's talk about some upcoming movies. We got had some news the other day, I guess, about Marvel bringing up some new movies,
Mystery movies. They gave dates.
some mystery movies, and now we have, but we have Infinity War coming up. Stuff.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to, man? What's like top of your list of upcoming movies?
I'm not going to go to the top. I'm gonna go to probably the bottom. I want to see a DC movie do really good besides Wonder Woman. So I'm looking forward to the Aquaman movie. Jason Momoa is awesome.
I gotta say, Jason Momoa is awesome.
He's fun.
If any of the DC movies are going to make it with a male protagonist, he's probably their best bet right now until they recast Batman.
He has a huge edge on that too, because if they set the whole thing in Atlantis, it's a lot harder for him to screw it up because it's a different world almost under there. So you don't have to get angry at how they're screwing up the rest of the DC universe because it's all underwater. So I'm hoping they just keep it underwater.
Yeah, they definitely should pull a Black Panther and just like this is own little thing.
Let's make this the underwater Wakanda, y'all. That's what this needs to be. It needs to be underwater Wakanda. I believe he should have to get out there and have a fight in an underwater waterfall.
Oh boy!
His brother is the bad guy. His brother is the bad guy. So I think it's either a cousin or a brother. So yeah, they could actually just do underwater Wakanda and just make it with all Samoan people and only one white guy. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if we get the same kickback. If it's all 90% Samoan, I want to see what everybody says.
Yeah, but the bad thing is, this is the one that probably has the hardest road to hoe here, because an underwater movie about a dude who can talk to fish, that's a hard concept to get across to people and enjoy. Mm-hmm. So I think they did a good job of his character in the Justice League movie, but can they do it as a full feature length film?
You mean him being the super frat boy? The ultimate Brody. Not Brony, excuse me, ultimate bro. He's like, dude, bro, let's go kill some bad guys, yo. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, he is so frat. It was awesome, man. He is just total yo, yeah. Come on, Cyborg. Oh, I'm going to surf on top of Batman's car. Just freaking Aquaman.
We need fun in our movies. He's the one.
All right. You have any you wanna do a shout out for, Q, or are we just gonna leave it with
well, dang, that was the other subject you rolled. I was thinking about tabletop the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to Infinity Wars. I'm really curious about what they're gonna do with Ms. Marvel or Captain Marvel, whatever they're gonna name it. I'm just curious because she's a character you can love or hate. And it's going to be looked at no matter how nobody wants to think about it. It's going to be political. It's going to be gender political. So I'm really curious how they're going to pull it off. I mean, just like Wonder Woman, it's going to be, people are going to look at it as a flick like that. So I'm hoping they're able to do like I felt they did with Black Panther and make it a great comic book movie that also has a strong female protagonist instead of it being a getting stuck in the politics. So that's why I'm curious. Is it going to get too political, or is it going to actually be able to stand on its own?
So are we just saying that every female or non-white led movie is always going to be political?
Dude, you saw the big thing about Black Panther, and I was thinking the movie's set in freaking Wakanda. Anybody that knows the comic understands it was going to not have a lot of white people in it.
I'll be honest, in current political climate, and we don't get political much on this show. But in current political climate, yes. Any non-white protagonist will be made into a political statement of some sort.
Well, I think it's needed at first, but it seems like after a few movies we can start to get away from that.
I hope we get to that point. Yes, and I think having these and actually having them be having actual good movies and not good black movies or good female movies, but good movies that have this will stop it from being that
look at it that way.
political news and statement. you know?
That's the real responsibility that movies like Black Panther and Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel have, is to make people stop caring about that and actually go, oh, cool, this movie's coming out.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. But unfortunately, because we're not going to sit there and act like there isn't a problem. There is. That's why they have to overcome that. That's why they have to be good. In a way, Black Panther had to be as good as it was. It had to be to get past that. And the same thing, the Ms. Marvel movie, it can't just be kind of good. It's got to be like Wonder Woman. It's got to be really, really good. But if it is really good, maybe people will stop caring and just go see the dang movie.
Yeah.
Really. Because for us comic book fans, it's not a big deal. To us, it's natural to see certain things. Oh, Wonder Woman movie. Yeah, all the women are going to be awesome and the men aren't. It's Wonder Woman. They're Amazons. They're all immortal.
Well, we also know the comics. I mean,
yeah. Like of course the Amazons are going to be amazing. They're Amazons. They're all like Greek warriors, Spartans.
So I'm gonna go bottom of the barrel for my pick as well, and that's I want to see what happens with Shazam, man. I
like Captain Marvel, dog.
It's gonna be bad, I think. But
my most looked forward to movie so far in DC is actually going to be Captain Marvel, just because I like him better than Superman. I'll be honest. I know that sounds weird, but I like Captain Marvel.
I honestly think Shazam may be one of those movies where it's gonna be so bad it's gonna be good. That's sort of where I'm
Well, I mean, thinking of the premise of just the character scaled up to a movie. A boy who says Shazam, and all of a sudden he's Superman. Basically,
it's a deeper story. He actually inherits all of these qualities from these different mythological figures.
Yeah.
And he's human. He's not like a space sun alien.
Yeah.
He has emotions like a human. He's not like this Jesus figure that they make out. Like, that's what I liked about him. It's like, hey, what had happened if you were given this great responsibility, these powers, and you're supposed to, go out here and protect the world from these threats, versus like, I'm just invincible, brother. I come back from the dead. I've risen again to save you losers in Justice League.
Well, not to drag on random encounters too much, let's move on to our last and final topic, and we're gonna let Google tell us what that is. Hey Google, roll me a d20.
Rolling a die with 20 faces. The result is 11.
11. That's what we just did, isn't it?
It's literally on the dice in front.
Yeah, upcoming movies. That is what we just did. Okay, well, we'll just go back then to Clarence's original roll of a 9 and talk about tabletop movies.
All right. I'm going to cheat and go for automatically what would be the greatest movie to make it could leave tabletops, because I wanted to beat Xeno to it. When are we going to finally get, instead of this Altered Carbine and all this junk, give me my Shadowrun movie. I knew you were going there. Netflix, somebody. Y'all remember Bright? Y'all remember Altered Carbon? You remember those? Yeah. That's all just wannabe Shadowruns. Pull Shadowrun out. It's got all that plus more. Oh, and also they actually explained the dang history of what happened when the Orcs and Elves showed up.
Yeah. All right. So Clarence, have you ever seen like the Dungeons and Dragons movie or any of that? I mean, they were really bad. Yeah. But
I remember them. Like you said, they weren't great.
Yeah, they were pretty bad. I
think the latest biggest thing for as tabletop that I've seen in a movie or television show has been the Stranger Things. It's very prominent on there. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the last big taste I've had of that in media.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I'm still I go back to there was a show that was on TV for a while called Kindred.
Good one.
And it was such a good show, but it only did like 7 episodes or something.
Referencing World of Darkness for those out there.
But yeah, well, I was getting there. It was based off of Vampire the Masquerade from, which is White Wolf and now World of Darkness. But I would love to see that Vampire Masquerade taken to the big screen. Get rid of all these glittery, pretty boy vampires and actually get a good, intrigue of vampires, in these huge groups, and you have Nosferatu, you have the ugly, the dirty, the the gangrel, the just rough and
Bruja,
ragged,
gangrel all the way,
yeah,
man, but also Bruja. Especially, man, Bruja used to be,
because you have various sects of vampires, and it's really in depth story, and it's not a pretty world. It's not glamour and all that stuff.
Though, honestly, if they did bring it back, I would just be waiting for when they finally bring in some werewolves and some mages, because I love it when you mix the whole world together too.
Well, and that's where you go with it. You build up to it. I mean, you can make a series of movies out of this, or
it would do better. I think
you could go back as a TV show as well, but you could do good movies with it, I think.
Yeah, then you can bring in some werewolf, bring in some mates, see how people like it. Then you do the offshoot series. Next thing you know, man, you're rolling 3 series.
Oh yeah.
Let's give Blood Axe a shout out though. He jumped in here to help out Clarence. He brought up for the tabletop to movies. He says that Forgotten Realms, specifically the Drizzt series, the trilogy, should be made
Salvatore.
movies. And I'm like, oh yeah, Salvatore's Drizzt trilogy, Homeland, Exile, and Sojourn. The Underdark is a fascinating setting for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, specifically the Underdark.
Oh, definitely. And he also mentioned that vampires do not glitter in the sun; they burst into flames, which is yes.
and they don't like it very much. Hey, there's some guys working on that. Order Dracul, man. They're trying to make lives better for every vampire.
All right, well, let's go roll up our random encounters. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed.